All right, welcome everybody. So basically we're playing with Simic Ramp, but we're playing with Mill. And you're like, how are we playing with Simic Ramp and Mill? Well, as you know, Theros Beyond Death has been released. If you want to check out, I bought the pre-release packs that you can buy on MTG Arena out of my own pocket. It was $50. And basically we opened up a bunch of booster packs, so you can check that out on my previous video. And we were able to I was able to open up a lot of things. We ended up pulling a bunch of Mythics, open up a lot of wild cards. So this is kind of the Simic Ramp deck where we have 2 Arboreal Grazers, we have 3 Leaf Kindreds. Now typically you have 4, but we're reducing it down to 3. We have 4 Growth Spirals. We have 1 Quadruplicate, so basically you create a token of a copy of a creature. Then you can jumpstart it by discarding the card and recasting it yet again from your graveyard. Almost like a flashback kind of thing. Risen Reef, of course. Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put that onto the battlefield tapped. So basically what it allows you to do if an elemental comes into play, so like Leaf Kindred's an elemental, it really just allows you just to really just look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it on the battlefield. If not, you draw the card. But really where we're kind of heading with our curb at right here is with right here, Sphinx Mindbreaker. So whenever it enters the battlefield, each opponent puts the top 10 cards of the library into their graveyard. Now, as you see with Thassa, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it onto the battlefield. So as you can tell, the ETB effects are going to be mill our opponent, mill our opponent, mill our opponent, and then keep on milling them. And then we just win through the traditional Hyrdoid Krasis and your typical Nissa who shakes the world. So that's kind of, we're still the Simic Ramp deck, but we have an added win condition in the fact that we can mill you. And considerations to get rid of is Final of Devastation. In the Simic Ramp deck, this card was vitally important. But in this deck, since we're trying to have alternative win conditions, I easily could probably take this card out. And I have another card in mind that we can actually put in this card's place. But certainly being able to fetch for, we could fetch a creature with this. We can fetch with Final of Devastation, we could fetch this for only 4 mana. So that's the reason why we still have it in the deck. Let's see how this performs. Again, trying to make it to Mythic status yet again. We've done that almost... Well, I've only been on MTG Arena for a couple months, but we've almost done that. So you can see there's a lot of decks here. We're going to go home. ET phone's home. We're going to play a ranked match, as you can see right here. We're going to play standard ranked. And we're going to go ahead with our deck. So, this is just a trial and error thing. It's just trial and error, but to be honest with you, I think this is going to be a good deck. Simic Ramp was a top 8 deck. It quite couldn't just bust into the scene. So we're going to kind of see what it's going to do. It's taking a little bit some time here, so MTG Arena having some technical difficulties. It happens. Alright, as long as we get to our match. So as you see, we got Thassa, Spiral Growth, so we have everything that we want, so we're just going to keep the 7. It's a little different of a deck, though. A little different. We're not really worried about Thassa's being 6/5 indestructible. Like, who cares about that? We're just... And it works with Cavalier of Thorns, because we can keep on drawing out land. So that's the whole thing. And then this can make our Hyrdoid Krasis just really huge. Nyx Bloom Ancient... a card that came out just in, I almost said Eldraine. Gosh. Theros Beyond Death is also a consideration for the deck. Growth Spiral. We don't need to top deck another Growth Spiral, so we're just going to go ahead and pass our turn. Decks that this is going to be weak to is Simic Flash, right? Simic Flash has 15 counter spells. If you check out also my deck, if you look on my YouTube channel, you can check out it's called, it'll be called Simic Flash Better Than Ever after the Oko banning. Alright, so what we're going to do right here is just Growth Spiral. We're going to come on out. We're going to drop a Garenbrig. So he's either playing with Gruul, so red-green, or just green Stompy. He's playing with a red-green, more than likely. My money's on red-green. Yep. Let's see if he's playing red-green. See if I'm right. So, alright, we're waiting for our opponents. We get another growth spiral. Well, this even works with this right here, Risen Reef. So, what we're going to do, and this says at the end of your end step, so this is even great when you cast it. What a great card. I don't think we really understood how, I didn't even understand how good of a set this was until we started playing with it, and I started opening up all those booster packs. I've opened like, I think 90 booster packs, and so you can check out on my MTG video. So we can risk doing a growth spiral, drawing a card, but let's do Risen Reef right here. So we want to get as much land as we can onto the battlefield. That's really our thing. Especially when our opponent's sporting Pelt Collector. So let's see what's going on here. It's running a little slow on this part. So we draw another card. Okay. So Thassa even helps with Risen Reef because you can keep on Risen Reefing yourself. So our opponent is going to search for Fabled Passage. And of course a card that's gone up, yeah, so he's playing Gruul, exactly what I thought he was. Alright, so he might be dropping down that 3/3 that can turn into a 4/4, or Lovestruck Beast, the 5/5. He's probably maybe determining, nope, he goes right for the Risen Reef. Nice move. We'll tell our opponent nice. Another Pelt Collector. He's gonna smack us for 2. Alright, land. Land. This is hard. We can go Nissa. Let's go. Crap. Let's go with this guy. And then what happens too with Thassa, we can keep on flipping. Enters the battlefield tapped. We can. Well, I'm going to show you next turn if we'll be able to play it. Even if we lose, we will pull this combo off. We will do it. See how we're able to get to our deck now? We have a Sphinx in the graveyard. So if he kills Cavalier of Thorns, we can get this from our graveyard. We can get one of these from our graveyard. So it puts our opponent in a really weird situation, like what's going on, right? So he's gonna drop his Lovestruck Beast, all these Pelt Collectors. Alright. And then I'm assuming it'll be our turn. Yes, it will be. Now this is interesting. Together, we will prevail. Alright. I'm going to show you what we can do with this guy. So at the end of our end step, we're going to be able to reflip Cavalier of Thorns. Watch. I just want to show you this deck. Return them back to the battlefield. And then look, we get to do it again. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is really just going to help us fetch through our deck really quickly and just, this is going to be insane. Now, on the contrary, he's probably got Embercleave. I still think Eldraine is a more powerful set than Theros Beyond Death, but I think Wizards intended to be that way. If you look at Wizards and how they've been printing their sets, in 2017, you had Kaladesh, right? So a pretty strong set. 2018, Dominaria, right? And then weaker sets like War of the Spark, M20. So I think that's what Wizards have been doing. He's got Embercleave in his hand, right? I mean, obviously. So knowing that he's got Embercleave, I mean, he's got Embercleave in his hand. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? So we're just going to block with that. He's probably going to Embercleave the Lovestruck Beast. And you're saying, how do you know all this? How do you know? I'm pretty confident he's got Embercleave. Like, I'm really confident that he has got Embercleave. And if you're like, well, how do you know all this? Well, guys, I've been playing the Magic the Gathering since 1994 when I was a wee little kid. And just seen a lot of gameplay, playing on MTG Online, playing in tournaments. Planet See, so we can go and get any creature that we want. We're going to go get this guy right here. So we're going to be able to mill our opponent like crazy. And I'm just going to do this for fun, right? I mean, I'm doing this for demonstration purposes, and then our next matches, well, I'll do this more intently, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes for this match. I mean, obviously, if I knew he had Embercleave, I would have blocked one of his 2/2s, right? So, I mean, I'm able to tell what he has in his hand pretty much. But I just want to show you what we're able to do with our deck. Right, how we're able to mill. Right. I'm kind of giving you the blueprint of what we're trying to do here. So let's, before we bring this, no, don't do that. Yeah, so when this comes into play, we're gonna mill our opponent for 10. Yeah. And then it'll flip over yet again, we'll mill him for another 10, so it'll be 20. So you see how we're giving a win condition to Simic Ramp? Kind of another win condition besides Hyrdoid Krasis. Yep, he sees the combo, he's milling 10. Then he's going to mill another 10 more when this exiles. Alright. Then we are going to bring out... I guess we'll bring out Risen Reef. And our opponent's just looking at us like, what did I just walk into? He's going to win the game. He's got Embercleave. It's... Guys, again, Embercleave... I've stated this in my previous videos, Questing Beast, Embercleave, like, those cards are still... I think they just get better. But I think Theros just adds 2 decks. I don't think Theros... Like, Aldrain created decks, you know what I mean? Like, Aldrain created the Teamer Adventure deck. It put Simic Flash over the top. Like, I don't think... we get this guy right here. And we can also copy our Agent of Treachery through Thassa. So it's like, copy Agent of Treachery, still some of the more stuff, still more. So it's kind of, we're doing a lot with this deck here, with Thassa. Yeah, Thassa just allows you to do so much. Like, infinite, like, Agent Treachery. And our opponent's just... You can't blame our opponent. Our opponent's like, what is going on? What is going on with my life? So again, we could have played Agent of Treachery and then flipped over Agent of Treachery. We're going to flip this over and mill him for 10. 10 more. But we can keep on flipping over Agent of Treachery and stealing their stuff. Look. He's got 27 cards. Yeah, he's like, I gotta kill you quickly, sir. Absolutely. I don't blame him. Because he's only got... Yeah. Yep. Good game, sir. When I say good game, I'm letting our opponent know, like, just attack. Just attack. We have nothing in our hands. Good game, sir. Good game. He's probably like, is there anything else he's going to do? And he's playing with a deck that we went Diamond status with, and Mythic, actually. It's the Gruul deck. I've been saying this, I've been harping this. Why is Gruul so good? I'm going to tell you why. Because it outchases Fires of Intervention. Remember when Fires of Intervention, after Oko got banned, it was like the main deck, wasn't it? It was like the main deck. It was Jizaki Control, Fires of Intervention. And look, don't blame our opponent for taking his time, okay? He doesn't know what's going on. We do, he doesn't. So let's give our opponent a little bit of yay. But this is what our deck can do. You know what I mean? And so imagine if he didn't have Embercleave. Like if he didn't have Embercleave, we would have won. We would have milled him out of all of his cards basically next turn. Well, not really. But we would have brought down the Agent of Treachery, stole one of his permanents. So this deck is so versatile in what we can do. I mean, it's just like I'm gonna go out and purchase some Thassas. Like I didn't realize how strong they were last. We were Eldraine level like 126. We do have, so this is kind of like what the deck can do, guys. So again, I don't mind losing matches. I don't mind not going Mythic this month. This month has been about improvement. I've already gone Mythic. We've already gone Mythic. We've already gone Diamond status. We've already proven what we can do in the competitive world. This is all about now constructing decks that are a little bit more fun, but are still competitive. And just playing with the new set, you know? Playing with the new set. I could run, listen, I could run, you saw how many decks I had at the beginning of the video, right? Well, I could just grab out Simic Flash, I can grab out Gruul deck, and literally we can just go to Pound Town and just literally just beat our opponents like crazy. But I'm doing this to have fun and also be competitive, because just like I have every single month, we are going to bust one of these decks and beat consistent top 8 decks. That's what we're trying to do. Alright. Enters the play tap. By the way, if you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and subscribe. Alright. So we're probably playing versus Golgari Adventure. Sure, Golgari. That's 2 decks we've called down straight. Just yep, this is what they're playing in. So Golgari Adventure, when Eldraine first came out, that probably hurt people's ears, right? I talked a little bit loud in the mic. But Golgari Adventure, so what that is if you want to see here, it's using Eldraine Adventure spells. So with Edgewell Innkeeper. And Edgewell Innkeeper, it's a 1/1 for 1 green. Whenever somebody casts a spell that has an adventure, a creature spell, they gain 1 life. So we're taking 1. We're not gonna. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna bring him down. Risen Reef. Yep. We'll take action, a land goes in. So again, this deck is all about getting as much land as possible, because now with Thassa in the format, Agent of Treachery, we could just do its thing. So again, Lovestruck Beast, we're going to take another one. Going to Pound Town. Alright. We never tap a force for mana, so if we bring this down for 5, here, we can actually do this differently. Green, blue, let's see, blue. Let me see if I'm going to do this right. Because if we do this, I don't know if my math is going to work out right. That's +1, this guy right here, Breeding Pool. Bring this out, we'll draw 2 cards. Big action, put that through. And we're trying to get to Thassa. Oh yeah, we can fetch for Thassa right here with Final Devastation. So this allows you to search your library and graveyard for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less. And as you can see, we're not short of mana. Let's go no attacks and be respectful to our opponent while I'm talking about this. And you put onto the battlefield. And if it's 10 or more, each creature you control gets X plus X in haste until end of turn. Yeah. This is a game ender right here. And we can just... Alright. Well, he slowed us down a little bit. He killed our Nissa. That's okay, though. I mean, we have got... We every single time we play an elemental, we look at the top 2 cards of our library. We can put land on the battlefield. Like, we're already good. Like, Leafkin Druid. If you have 4 more creatures, you can tap it for 2. Like, we're already good. Like, we don't need to really... I might want to block his Death Toucher at this point. But let's see here. I can't. I need this for mana. Crap. I can Agent of Treachery. Or I can search for Thassa and put Thassa on the battlefield. I think that's what I'm going to do. Since I have no intentions of blocking with Risen Reef, let's hit him for some damage. Let's go for 4. Right, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, we could have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's go for 4 here. Wait, that's Thassa, right? Thassa's 4, correct? Bring Thassa down. At the end of our combat, we'll use Risen Reef and we'll draw 2 cards. Look how good this is. And look with Agent of Treachery, what we'll be able to do next turn is steal all their creatures. Yep. The action put on the battlefield. We're just going to be able to steal all their creatures with Agent of Treachery and Thassa. Oh my, Thassa's so good! Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? I knew from the inception of... See, I went to 3 pre-releases in real life. I know in real life people do that. They still actually do stuff in real life. Yeah, that's true. But guys, so far as Wizards, so I'm going to tell you a code for Arena. Go to your store. Inside, I'm going to give you a free code. You'll get 3 free booster packs. It's called Play Theros. So in the store, type in Play Theros, and you'll get 3 free booster packs. Okay? Now watch. Oh, we can mill him now. So we got options. Yeah. All right. Let's steal his creature. Watch. We'll take Agent of Treachery his creature. And then we'll have Thassa. We'll steal his... Let's go to next. Thassa can attack? Oh, this is crazy. This is so crazy. I don't care. We're going to steal another one of his creatures. At the end of our turn, we can flip over Agent of Treachery. Guys, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. This isn't... Look at our board, guys. Oh, we're gonna... And then at the end of our end step, we're gonna flip over Agent of Treachery and steal another... And take another one of his creatures. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Guys, you don't understand why I'm so happy. Because this is the first deck I put together. I had this deck in my brain. And at the pre-release, I traded for some of these cards. So, I just, like, I just, as soon as I was doing the spoilers, you can check out my spoilers on my channel. And when I was doing this, I was like, I am going to absolutely just break the crap out of this. We are going to have some fun. Oh, and are we having some fun? All right, guys. So you are seeing the deck evolve, and we're gonna make it better. Because watch what happens when I start adding some more pieces to this deck, and you're like, we haven't even seen the Hyrdoid Krasis yet. So do you see how we can win by milling out our opponent and then keep on stealing stuff with Agent of Treachery, and then we can just beat you down with Nissa, and we haven't mentioned the Cavalier of Thorns, and we also haven't mentioned, Hydroid Krasis yet. Yeah. So that's gonna be great. All right, guys. So subscribe, like this, subscribe, hit the like button, and comment. Tell me what you think below. Simic. This is what I'm gonna call it. Simic Mill, because we can win through Mill. I don't know. I have to think of a better name. I'll put it in the title. Till next time, guys. Have a good one.